You go, mate.
Hello.
Hello, folks. Colin here and Fox, and welcome to another Workbench live on a Wednesday for our good old mates.
Yes.
eModels.co.uk, your one-stop
shop for your model making needs.
Yeah,
Like
so hopefully you can all see and hear us both. I'm joined by the lovely, delectable guru for our baneblade build-off.
I don't know what this means. I don't know. This is a universal symbol of something, but I don't know what.
Absolutely. It's like, absolutely, folks. So, yeah, we'll continue on with our baneblade builds. What I'm going to do first, just going to have a quick looky-loo who's in the chat. Once I've moved my microphone to a position where it's not in me way. First up, we've got Smurf's Dockyard going, oi, oi. Hello, AD. How you doing, mate? Welcome aboard. Jeff is in from America, Candygram for Mongo even, saying...
If you wish to make an apple pie from scratch, you must first invent the universe.
There you go. Saying hello to Fox, Smurf and Colin and Belly. Morning's first cup of tea. Yes, folks. Belly, bench and beverage is a thing. So what's in the belly? What's on the bench? What is your beverage of a choice? What else have we got there? Kevin's in, saying morning, Colin and Fox. Hello, Kevin. How you doing, mate? Fox saying good afternoon. Andy McLeish is in, says, are we trying again? Yes, Andy, we are, mate. We are, mate. We are going for round two. He said, James is in, JC Bricks and Builds. Says James. Good afternoon to Colin and Fox. Let's just sort YouTube out so that I know that it's corresponding. He also says, where is it? Don't break it this time to Fox. James saying hello to Jeff. Everyone said hello to each other there. Andy says, am I that one idiot that thinks flicking a tiger on the love spuds with a wet towel is a funny idea? It is until they turn round, look at you and start running in your direction, mate.
I have no idea where he came from with that one.
Exactly. Richard's in from Richard's Scale Model World saying good evening all. Graham McRoberts in, I, Fox and Chap. Richard's saying thumbs up, everyone. So there you go. Happy days.
Everyone, but only with consent.
Happy days, mate.
Yeah. Before we get going, as Cole said, this is a show for eModels.co.uk, your one-stop shop for all your model making needs. We do have the chat in front of us, as always. So if you want to come and join in the live chat, you're watching it embedded on the eModels website, click on the YouTube icon in the bottom right-hand corner. And
happy days.
The live chat as well. And please remember, it's a family-friendly show, so please don't swear and please don't be rude in chat. And please don't mention other retailers, other model retailers in the live chat, because this is an eModel show and that would be rude.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And we will mock you and we will go, shame. Shame.
Yeah.
Shame.
Shame.
Got a Belly and bench in. JC Bricks and Builds. Belly will be bacon rolls. On the bench is the ICM 135th, 1936 Packard 12. And Alicia is doing a Lego Winnie the Pooh treehouse in the hangout. There you go, in the evenings. Happy days. Happy days, James.
Winnie the Pooh is copyright free now, so Disney can't hassle you if you do a Winnie the Pooh thing.
So what have you been up to since we last, Well,
since last time when we built, I glued two things together.
Yeah, you got to exactly the same spot as I did. Look at that.
Yeah, but you cut more things off the sprue, though.
I know, I know.
We got a lot done last time, didn't we? No, we didn't get a lot done.
Yeah, it all went a bit peaked-on, but there were a few others that also had streaming issues, and there was things getting put out by other hosts and that about stuff, so it could be...
It wasn't our fault.
Andy says, I can hear Colin just fine, but there's a static grey thing on the right-hand side making a gibbering noise.
Could go off him, yeah. Could really go off him.
And so it begins.
Didn't get much of that done. I have been doing some part work stuff this week, so...
Oh, right,
I got that finished. So nothing to report. Work on my does charge, but other than that, no model because the bench is taken up with that. You see, so I've not been able to do any buildy stuff.
Yeah.
What about you, buddy? What about you? What have you been doing this week?
I've been doing the final bit on some filming. I will be doing the voiceover for that tonight, so hopefully the video will go up either late tonight, overnight, or tomorrow.
Is that one of your special interest adult films, or is it one of your model making films?
Yeah, no, it's a model build series. I can't say who for because and then I shall get a bit more editing done on my bike video. Part 2 of that'll go up on my channel. And yeah, I'm playing a bit of catch up, to be quite honest with you, and I'm getting rid of some of the shelf queens, mate.
Yeah. When you say getting rid of, you mean burning in the fire of hatred and destruction?
No, I mean assembling in a very productive and professional and diligent manner.
You mean whittling down the stash?
Yes. Don't forget, folks, if you want to grab one of these baneblades for yourself, head over to eModels.co.uk and slap one in your basket. The link for this particular kit is in the description below. Yeah,
do remember though, folks, we are doing the pre-update version of the kit because we got this kit before they updated it. The new one comes with the extra sprue. The new one has an extra sprue in it with more sponsons and stuff by default. The one we're doing doesn't, so because it didn't exist when we got these kits from James. So we're building the old version. They will have the new one in stock when it's released. I think it's out now. They'll get one shortly. But they will clear out the older stock of this version first. So if you want to pick one of these up, because it goes up 10 quid. So grab one of these while you can.
Yeah, absolutely, folks. You too could be building a Beyblade.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Just first thing I'm doing is fixing my glue holder because it broke a little bit.
Oh, really?
The edge is unedged.
You not got a what's his name one? One of them.
3D printy one.
Oh no, it's in the box of stuff that I'm sending you. That's why, because I haven't posted it yet.
Yeah, certainly.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, gentle reminder. Yeah.
Yeah, I still got to send you the course. I think it's called them Corsairs. The what do you call it?
Oh, the Harlequin thing. Yeah.
Harlequin thing.
I know. I'd forgotten about them, and it's like, yeah. Note to self.
Festa was like, "Oh, I know. I could paint some Harlequins," and he's like, after a bit, he's like, "Oh, why did I say that?"
Yeah, but challenge is accepted. You know me.
Challenge accepted. I know you very well. Yes, eModels do stock Warhammer. So if you want to buy yourself some good this kit or other Games Workshop stuff, go and get it. There's awesome stuff.
Well, this is it. The whole idea of this build is so that it can give folks a chance to see the Warhammer stuff that eModels sell, but also it's a launch pad for Fox because he's going to move into the Warhammer build side of things for eModels.
Yep.
So it's a good launch for that as well. So, yeah.
But even if you're a traditional model and you make your armor or whatever you make, your stuff, you shouldn't poo-poo Warhammer stuff because they are really, really good. I put them second to Bandai in terms of build quality and like mold quality.
Oh,
they're really, really
easy.
good. So treat yourself. They're simple to build, but they're great fun to paint.
Absolutely. Richard Belly, Jammy Dodgers. Jammy Dodgers. Orange Squash bench is nearly a 24th to me a Porsche 911 GT2 and Ravel's a 125th a Chevy Chevelle.
Ooh.
Andy says, yes, you choose the pre-updated kit because there would be another set of insane blades. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, Andy, I saw what you did.
It's also because the new version didn't exist when we sorted this out.
Every time I look to my left and see that sat on the shelf, a sense of foreboding enters my mind. It's like, dun dun. I hear the Jaws music, Fox. That's basically what I do. Yeah. So hopefully we can get a bit of filming done on that in the next few weeks, he says optimistically. Although, without giving the game away, I might be distracted on other things for a little bit as well.
Yeah. So. That's the thing that me and you know that nobody else knows. Shh.
Yeah. So there may be... Yeah.
Shh. secrets.
Oh, no, super, super, super secret.
You're super secret. I thought I cleaned these. I haven't.
I like being secret.
Yeah. So what's everybody up to out there? Hope you're all well. What you're building at the moment doesn't have to be a model kit.
Yeah.
Could be anything that you're working on, anything crafty or buildy.
Yeah, and obviously, thanks for giving up your time and coming to see us both on this unusual time for an eModels stream, but it's convenient at the moment because of real life stuff. But yeah,
it's one of the few. It's the only real slot I can do. So, unfortunately, this is midnight. So I'm pretty sure you wouldn't want to come and watch an eModel stream at midnight because that's a bit rubbish.
Yeah.
We'd be like, hey, eModel's great. We've got you all these viewers. They're all in countries you can't ship to, but so not much use for you. But you got loads of views.
Kev says Belly is Gary Baldies and coffee bench. Haven't got that far yet. Good man.
Gary Baldies.
Gary Baldies.
Can't hear Gary Baldies as in biscuits and not think of Tank Girl. If you've never read the Tank Girl comics, comic books, you won't know what that means. But they're always talking about Gary Baldies.
Yeah.
I didn't even know what a Gary Baldy biscuit was till I read Tank Girl.
Stefan Last is in, saying good day, people. Hello, Stefan.
G'day,
how
bro.
you doing, mate? Lovely to see you in.
Cool.
There you go. We'll have a bit of that on there.
Yeah. Don't forget, folks, like I say, we have got the chat in front of us. So if you want to ask us some questions or just generally have a natter, do put your comment in big fat capital letters. You can get our attention by doing @ModelMakingGuru at Guru Fox or @Festa67, is it?
Yeah, @Festa67, yeah.
You'd have to type our whole channel name, just @Guru Fox or @Festa, and it'll put our names in an orange box that we see. And we'll know. Or if you don't want to do that, just make sure you put your comment in capitals. Or if you want to, you can do a super chat by pressing the dollar symbol at the bottom of the chat window. We can't miss those.
All helps pay for Pete's yacht.
Yeah, or pay for his 3-foot yacht that he sails around Stoke Harbour.
Yeah, the local boating lake, he's there going, I used to be a ship's captain, you know.
Yeah, you can't really sail it out to sea because it's not even rated for like the deep end of a swimming pool. So
yeah,
so he has to just stick in Stoke Harbour basically.
Yeah, the thought of Pete commanding some big ocean liner is quite a scary thing. Yeah,
he's like, see, Pete, mate. The problem with Pete, mate, is he's like a puppy with tennis balls. If you throw him a tennis ball, he loves it. If you throw him another one, he gets confused because he's now got 2 tennis balls.
Yeah.
If you throw in 3 tennis balls, he's all over the shop. He can't stick with one thing for 5 minutes. So,
yeah, bless him.
Put him in charge of a large vessel would not be good. Don't forget, folks, by the way, just while I'm thinking, if you missed the news, eModels do now have new premises.
Yes.
Or rather, they've not moved. They've actually got some new premises, which will be used as basically warehousing. So, for the moment, they might have a counter in there. Eventually, they'll make it into a store. I don't know. But they've basically got like a massive whole mess of extra storage space, which means over the coming weeks and months, you'll find a lot more stock coming in, a lot more variation. Yeah. A lot more lines.
They'll have a lot more room at long last.
Yeah, I know. Speaking to James, I know they've been looking to get more of the Citadel paint range and a lot more of the Warhammer stuff, for example.
Yeah.
But they haven't had the storage space. But now they have. They've got an entire building just for stuff.
Yeah.
So do expect to see much more stuff in stock and much more of each thing in stock. Yeah. All good stuff.
Yeah, it's long overdue, bless them. How they've managed with the little site they've got at the moment is a credit to them, but they outgrew that about 5 years ago. Yeah,
they've still got the original premises on the estate in Stoke where you've always gone. If you do live locally and have you been there for the public counter, that's staying there because that'll still be the public counter for now. That's where you go.
Yeah.
Well, they haven't said where these premises are.
Yeah.
So that'll still be the public counter, but it's a whole extra warehouse.
Well, not only that, you're not going to advertise where it is, the warehouse, because
well, people don't need to know.
Exactly. At the end of the day,
it's been kind of amusing because they've been waiting and hoping for a long time that the guy in the unit next door would retire.
Yeah,
so they could take it, but he never did. It was like, you're old, go home. Stay away.
It would have been perfect for them because they could have knocked straight through. But having that additional premises now, see, they can just do a daily replen of their stock or a weekly replen, and
I did say to James, man, what happens if you get an order that's got something from your main premise and something from the warehouse? And he didn't answer that.
Yeah, just scoot over there, can't they? At the end of the day,
I don't know how close they are. He'd be like, he's probably thinking, don't ask that question. Please don't ask that question.
Yeah, but it's like anything, innit? The site I used to work with had 4 different units, and you know, they was all within a mile of each other. But you know, if you needed something from me, we just had a little round robin van that used to go from A to B all day long, and it worked a treat. So yeah. Graham saying round 2. I've just slapped my new laptop and internet connection with a wet fish. Yeah. Shouldn't be having issues with a brand new laptop, Graham.
Unless you've been downloading all the specialist content again, and
you've been on them. You've been on them foreign sites again, haven't you? The model sites.
Strange foreign nonsense. You've been. Yes. The one thing I tell you what. The one thing I've learned about doing baneblades.
What's that?
When you do the what are they called? The traction wheel and the idler wheel, isn't it? Sprocket wheel. The traction wheel and the idler wheel. You get the little bar that goes between the 2 wheel halves.
Yes.
For the love of dog, don't clean the mould line off the little nub on the end.
No.
Because it gives it extra, because they're quite loose and floppy.
Yeah.
And these have to be lined up correctly for the tracks.
Yeah.
So if you leave the little bit of mould line on there, it makes it nice and grippy and they don't wobble around.
Yeah, it just gives an additional little bit of plastic to melt. Yeah.
So, handy tip for you there. Clean the mould line off the bit that you see. Well, you can't actually see it anyway. But don't clean it off the bit on the end. Because otherwise you end up with a wheel that spins and then it becomes a pain in the bum to line up with the tracks.
Yeah, you don't want that.
Right, I built a wheel.
Oh, you go careful.
We can finish the show now. There you go.
Yeah, it's about where you got to last week, wasn't it? Building a wheel.
I know, I did that bit.
So thanks for watching, folks, and we'll catch up with you next week.
I might finish one track unit by the end of today. You never know.
You never know,
L6.
mate. Stranger things can happen, mate.
L6, L7, and L8. Well, I've got to go through all the screws now. It's all Spanish. This L6, L7.
Oh, no.
President.
Andy says, are we talking about Ted's Titanic again? Ted's Titanic, bless him.
Ted would rather we didn't talk about his Titanic, but we always do. When Ted says, oh, don't mention that, then that's just a direct.
Yeah, it's a bit like Basil Fawlty, isn't it? Don't mention the war. Right, Ted, you're Titanic. It's like, no.
Like having a 5-year-old tell them not to do something. Well, that's the worst thing you can do.
Yeah, he's going to get back to it as soon as, bless him.
Yeah. We know. We joke, but we know why he's not been at it.
Absolutely.
With Titanic, I mean, obviously.
Yeah, it's just, yeah.
No, Fox, when the instruction says L7, it means L7, not R7. You spoon.
Yeah.
Left for left, rough for wrong.
I found that out last week when I was like, why does this bit not fit? It's like, it's because it's the wrong side, you spud.
It's got the thing written on it.
Yeah.
And we're both like, no, I can't see that. Got to be special.
Richard's taken some time off work, not back until the 1st of March. He says,
Ooh.
Hopefully some serious building time, and I'm going to visit Cornwall. Happy days, mate. Happy days.
Cornwall at the same time? Cool.
Yeah, I'm impressed, mate. Happy days.
Cornwall, I am in you.
Yeah. It's some of that.
Yeah.
We're going to need that half there, Carl. You might as well dig it out because it makes sense, doesn't it? Yeah. What we got?
Do ask us questions, folks, because obviously we may not. For us, this is an ungodly hour, so we're probably both half asleep. So please give us stuff to talk about.
Yeah.
For
Fox
both of us,
will answer all your questions.
Yeah, after Festa. I'll give him a chance to speak first.
That'd be a first.
See, both me and Festa, we work on schedules that are not normal human grown-up big boy schedules. We don't work on normal hours. I work on like 2 p.m. to 4 a.m.
Yeah.
Because of Mama Wolf, and Festa works on God knows what because of his schedule. So yeah, for us, this is unnaturally early. So do bear with us. Give us stuff to talk about.
This is normally the time of day where I'm thinking I'll go and have a nap because I've been up all night. So yeah.
You know what's really annoying to me though?
What's that, mate?
Really annoying. For some reason, over the last 3 or 4 years, there's been an endless round of people having building work done. on round this area.
Really? Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but as soon as one house finishes, another house starts having extensions and loft conversions. So it's been a constant. The last couple of years is like pretty much. It's always like the moment it gets to 9 o'clock, you've got angle grinders. You've got hammering actually, but angle grinders and all. Yesterday, Monday and Tuesday, 9 in the morning, I'm vaguely asleep, and the builders start and they say, "Let's put Radio 1 on really loud."
Oh, lovely.
And they're not even on my street; they're on the street behind. And I'm like, "Oh, great! So I've got to listen to." And then the chuds trying to sing the stuff while they're listening to it and hammering things. I'm like, "Oh, for crying out loud!" Today, when I have to get up early, nothing, nothing, not a sound. They could all be asleep for all I know.
Yeah. Well, at least you got my beatbox.
Tomorrow, I won't need to get up. Radio 1, top volume.
Yeah.
Darn it.
Yeah, it's going to happen, mate. It's the order of things, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's always around that time that I get up for a wee and then I can't get back to sleep because of thumping moron bass. It's like, oh.
See, I normally, when I go and have a nap, first thing I do is I put in the headphones and a playlist so I can't hear nothing other than the playlist. And then that's it.
See, I'm one of those people that I need silence to sleep. I don't need silence.
No, I have a full-blown rock playlist going and I fall asleep listening to that because...
No wonder you're half deaf.
Yeah, I'd be listening for noises everywhere and I wouldn't settle. So,
yeah. I
mean, it's not so bad. Once you take hearing aids out, you're pretty quiet anyway, but
that's true.
I do like a playlist to listen to fall asleep to. So
the weird thing is like for me, I need quiet to sleep, but I've got used to the sound of the boiler in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Which is like when it's on, when the heating's on, there's like a low rumble and you can hear it. It's just like, I'm used to that. That's fine. I don't mind that white noise or grey and brown noise.
Yeah.
But it's to the point where if I'm lying there in bed and there's a tap in the bathroom going like that loud.
Yeah.
I can hear it. And I'm like, no, I've got to turn that tap off. And if there's a mosquito in the room.
Yeah.
Going like really quietly, I have to find it and destroy it.
Yeah.
I can't sleep with that little tiny noise for some reason. I don't care. I don't care about mosquitoes. It's just that noise.
We get the floorboard stretching on the nail.
Oh yeah.
It's like really.
But every now and then, like one of the stairs on our staircase just goes.
Yeah, it's the beauty of living in an old house, isn't it? It's like
For some reason, over the last few years, like something at the back of the house, which is where my bedroom is, whether it's my window frame or the frame on the French window at the back, or something is just going boom, 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 boom in the sun. It's like, oh, please don't expand and collapse.
Yeah. Yeah, we find that, especially if you've had the heating on, as the house is cooling down, everything's shrinking back, and it's it's like one of these days the house is going to collapse. It's just like
I seem to live in permanent fear of either the house collapsing or the big fir tree in the garden falling into my bedroom.
Oh, we had the one down the back of the neighbourhood that got chopped down because it was so tall. They did a risk assessment on it and they worked out that it would crush Marilyn's house behind me and mine quite happily. Because we're deemed at risk, because obviously evacuating would take us a while, they're like, we might want to chop that down a bit. So it's literally a stump with the tiniest of branches poking out now.
Yeah, well, we've got like, I think it's like a blue spruce or a blue fir, or you remember we've had them since like the very early 80s.
Yeah,
and it must be like 25-30 feet tall by now.
Yeah,
I mean it grew, it's like massive, but apparently the roots are like an inch deep.
Yeah.
And on a windy day I do sit there thinking, if that thing falls, it's going to fall into my bedroom.
You're going to be
squished. And if that doesn't fall, then the chimney which will fall over in the centre of the roof, which is right above my head when I'm sleeping. So basically, I'm constantly thinking of death, which is brilliant.
Yeah, great way to live. Just what you need, isn't it, mate?
Ever the optimist. Don't know what.
Yeah, don't ever change, will you?
I really must pay a little man, or get my wolf to pay a little man to come and take that tree down. It'll be a shame because I remember growing up and jumping over it when it was a tiny little wee thing. Yeah. Now it's the size of a telegraph pole.
That's the thing, though, and it is, yeah. It's the damage they cause, you know. We've had a few go over, especially when we had the storm the other year, last year. Because it blew all the roofs off the garage block across the lane there, so they all came flying across there. Bits of metal work and framing and all of that lot. That was fun. Seeing that all go past the front door.
We've never had anything quite that bad, thankfully.
The big tree that was the other side of the road came down, and that took out 3 of the parked cars as well, so...
Oh, dear.
Yeah, it was... Yeah. We do seem to get a bit of damage round here because the green outside where I live acts as a funnel. So the wind builds up speed coming through there and then fires out at the end, and yeah.
I mean, I'm fairly lucky that I think the predominant wind in my garden is blowing enormous fally trees away from me.
Yeah, so... Yeah, it does leave you thinking, because Aid knows where I live because his lad lives quite close, and yeah, it's a proper wind tunnel. It really is.
Yeah.
So whenever they say gale warnings for the area, we're on edge because it's like, yeah, what's going to come flying past this time? Of course, we got the big glass conservatory at the back as well, and it's like, yeah.
Yeah, and the thing is, it's only like at night when I'm lying in bed when the big gales come.
Yeah. Beauty of having the conservatory at the back, though, is when there's a thunderstorm, because you can sit in there, look up and see the lightning firing across the sky, and it is beautiful to see. Oh, Mother Nature at her strongest.
I remember watching a thunderstorm once and seeing the lightning go across rather than down. I'm like, whoa!
Yeah, absolutely.
It's incredible. I remember once, a couple of years ago, there was like a real heavy rainstorm with thunder and lightning.
Yeah.
And it was like the rain was like biblical. It was great. I just opened the back French window and just stood there smelling the ichor from the soil. Right, this is not cooperating, this piece.
Proper Noah stuff, was it, mate?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
So if you can let us know that audio and video's coming through fine, folks, that would be help. And yeah, ask us anything you want.
For the love of dog, ask us stuff, because we need you to do that.
Feel free. You know, anything on your mind, any questions as to what we're going to be doing with these builds, I'm sure Fox will be glad to answer for you. See what I did there?
Yeah.
It's worth a try, wouldn't it?
Yeah, well, what we're doing with them, we're sending them back to eModels.
Yeah, these will be visible underneath the counter, underneath the counter.
I like how we both knew to do that instantly.
I know, we really need to get out a lot more, don't we, mate?
Yeah, we're just, it's like Morecambe and Wise now, isn't it?
Well, we've got to that stage now where we finish each other's sentences, and, you know, it's...
See, at that point, I should have really finished that sentence and made the joke, but...
Yeah.
I was busy, I was doing a gluing, so...
Kind of left me hanging there, mate. Killed it, it did.
Well, you didn't leave much of a gap between finish each other's and the word sentences.
You know, I thought, yeah.
There wasn't much of an opening, let's just leave it at that.
Lamekins. I'll waste someone else's fault with this one,
of course, yeah. I'll be running a country soon enough. Right, so no politics, no religion. What I'm finding here, and this is something you might find with the baneblade, the back, is it the idler wheel at the back, isn't it, or is it the drive wheel? It's the drive wheel.
The
engine's at the back, isn't it?
Depends where the engine is in the tank.
At the back.
Yeah. Then it'll be the drive wheel at the back, idler at the front.
Now, the drive wheel goes into this hole here. It was like that. It's got like a D shape. It's got a flat bit, which is fine, but it uses the rod that goes between the two wheels, and it's not...
Yeah, it's not the greatest, is it?
No, it's not a great connection, so it does a bit wobbly. So what I'm actually going to do, rather than glue this in, now I'm going to glue the front piece on, but I'm going to leave this off as long as I can before I start putting the track in. Because what I'll probably do is get this piece in place at the very last minute, and then when I'm attaching the track, because you see there's the little teeth where the track attaches, when I get this in at the last minute so that when I get it on some track, I've got a little bit of play with it.
You've got wiggle room.
Yeah, so because the track is in fixed sections.
Yeah.
and you don't want it to suddenly leave a massive gap. So I'm going to leave this off for now. I'm not glue it on just yet, because if I glue it on, you can see it's not exactly a tight fit.
No.
Or any kind of dance troupe.
I see what we did there. Why is it I've got away? Yeah, I need to get out more.
Yeah, so I'm not going to glue it on. If it was a perfectly tight fit, I would just... No, it's a little bit donkey.
Yeah,
it's just the nature of the design. It's not designed for us.
This is why you'll notice we've both got the wheel sat there. Yeah, it's like yeah.
So just in the same way that you've got that weird little notch there that you have to make sure is a weird little notch. It's not a bad design. It's just the way it is. I don't know why it's like that. Little things that you'll learn about baneblades.
Yes.
When you built like 5 of them.
Yeah, it's up there with the Stompers quirks, isn't it?
Yeah, well, Stompers quirk apart from
the Stomper takes it to a whole new level, doesn't it?
Yeah. The Orc Stomper is one kit we can certainly recommend painting.
Yeah,
not necessarily building it, but painting it is great.
Jeff Light says, "Hi, Cole Fox, everyone in the chat. Hello, Jeff."
Hi, Jeff.
Yeah, sorry, mate. Carry on.
I'm going to say the Stomper, we can heartily recommend painting it. Building it, not so much.
Yeah.
Maybe get someone else to do that bit for you.
Yeah, you find a friend that wants to sit and build Stompers on a production line, and you just go, ah. Yeah.
Yeah. Not because it's hard. It's just the Stomper is a great kit. It's just the instructions are terrible. I mean, truly terrible. They're the old days of Warhammer. Right, so that's the front. I have the wheel glued on.
Goes without saying on the baneblade, especially when you're doing these tracks, dry fit everything and double check to make sure left is left, right is right, because you can make the mistake very easily.
Yeah. I mean, the idler wheel, you can pretty much glue that on because it always goes in quite nicely. That one's fine. But the drive wheel at the back, just put that to one side. Where's my glass thing? I put it down somewhere.
And there's a classic boo-boo that they do in the instructions as well. And you'll notice this on yours. When you look at this track, it says L9 at the back, L10 at the front. But when you actually look at the part, the back one on the plastic has L10 stamped on it, and the front one has L9 stamped on it.
Yeah, they occasionally get the wrong number.
Yeah, so it's little quirks like that. So it just pays just to dry fit everything to make sure.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, most Games Workshop kits, not most of them, but quite often you'll get like one piece slightly missed. Like it may be A23, but they put B23.
Absolutely.
Occasionally you'll get that. Not in every kit. It's just worth keeping an eye out for that.
Dominic is in saying hello. Hello, Dominic.
Hey, Dominic. They do go together so nicely there that, you can, like Colin says, if you do dry fit, you can quite easily spot that.
Yeah.
Right, let's start the other track unit. Oh, no, we're doing the other side of it.
You go careful now.
No, it's not the other track, it's the other side of it.
You're starting. Oh, God, you're doing buildy, mate. Are you feeling, can we have the old Fox back?
I know. Well, it's a baneblade, isn't it? I've done enough of these.
You're clearly ill. Either that or you're that worried that you want to get stuff built just in case gremlins.
I'm not ill. I mean, I've done pooping, so I'm perfectly healthy.
Yeah, everyone really needed to know that.
They did, and I've told them now. I feel my job is complete. My work here is done.
Yeah, absolutely. Richard says 17 watching, 9 thumbs up. There's 21 and 22 of you watching. So, yeah, if you can leave a thumbs up, it helps the algorithms on the YouTubes. Lets the video get recommended to people through their feeds, and it just helps the guys out. Right.
See, what I'm going to do now is, when you built this side of the track unit, and you break the wheel off, you then put the wheels in here, and you build the other side, so it makes the complete closed unit, and then you put the track on. And ideally you have that wheel in there. I'm actually going to get the track off the sprue in a minute and get all that cleaned up along with these parts before I assemble any of that.
Yeah.
So that what I can do is I can basically put that wheel on, get this side on, and then lay the track down and make sure it fits. Or, do all the track first before I put this on. I can't remember how I normally do it, you see. So I'll figure it out.
Yeah, I normally keep the parts I build both halves, keep them separate, and then lay the track in on one side and then put the cap on so that I can put it straight on the 3D print bed because that's glass and level.
Yeah, I've got my little glass thing here. I mean, I tend to, because you also, these wheels that go onto the bottom, the actual road wheels, they also want to be straight and not wonky to one side. So ideally, what I like to do is have all the bits for the track unit ready and then just glue it all together in one go. So that when it's all glued together, I can still adjust that drive wheel and I can also adjust it so it's vertical and not like a funny angle. Because these wheels here, if you get them slightly off, then your whole track unit will be at a funny angle, or your track will be like that on a flat surface. So I like to get them all ready and then just do it all in one go. It's a bit frenetic because you kind of go,
yeah.
But it works.
Yeah, Edward Octopus Arms, that's how you end up.
Yeah. You're like,
But having built these,
that's how the track works. You've got individual pieces, you see. Not individual, but you know what I mean. Go on, having built these, go on.
No, you carry on, mate. You was mid-ramble, mate.
I've done.
But yeah, having built these before, we kind of learn the hard way, don't we? Because, I'm lucky this is only the second one I've done, but yeah.
My fifth, I think. But that's the beauty with Warhammer kits, is the Games Workshop kits, is they are fairly straightforward and not too complicated. So it does mean that it's quite easy to look at what steps are ahead and to say to yourself, okay, well, I think I'm going to need to build this bit here and then just get all these bits ready and just dry fit that because that looks like this is going to be, you can see easily in advance what you might need to test and dry fit first. So it does have that advantage. You got any more benches and bellies?
No, we haven't yet. Don't forget, folks, belly, bench, and beverage. What's in the belly? What's on the bench?
Is my chat up to date? I think my chat's behind again, isn't it? Oh, iPad.
Yeah. Everyone's saying hello to Jeff, who's in, and Graham. Yeah.
And Dominique.
So, yeah, I think chat is a little bit behind today. It doesn't seem...
You're a little behind.
Mind you, though, folks are probably doing a bit of building at the bench and that, so, yeah.
Building. Me and you have a secret, don't we, Carl?
We do. We have a big secret, mate.
We know something.
Yeah.
Are we going to tell the people? No.
No.
Not yet. Just so you know, folks, there's a big secret.
Just ring the bell on my channel. That's all I'll say.
Yeah. If you want to find out what the secret is, mail helgen35@geocities.com.
Yeah.
Wait for the reply.
They'll probably get one.
If you can guess what the secret is, then you may get a job at MI6.
Yeah. Absolutely.
You may not believe this, but I was actually offered a job at MI6 once.
Oh, did you get approached, did you?
Yeah, well, yeah, it was somebody I know who works for somebody who works for, kind of not, maybe, I don't know if he works directly for, but he works in, I can't really say too much. Anyway,
yeah,
this person who I vaguely know, who was very drunk at the time, which is the norm, let's be honest, for him, basically told me what he does for a living, which he probably shouldn't have done.
Yeah, that's a no-no.
Yeah,
that isn't it?
He'd had beverage. He'd had a frosty beverage or two, and he decided that he said, you've been to like steganography and stuff, and I'd be like, just read this book, and we had these conversations, and he was like, you're the kind of person that would be perfect.
Yeah.
He said, I don't know you that well, but I know you well enough that you'd be really good. And I'm like, okay.
I was approached by our local Masonic lodge because I'm a Lewis, which is the uninitiated son of a dead Freemason.
Uh-huh.
And it was all a little bit, hush hush and all of that lot. It's like, yeah, I don't think so.
No, guy I used to work with was approached by the Masons. He ran his own business and stuff.
Yeah.
And he was like, did you join? I said, so what was the point of it? He went, it's a waste of time, really. It's nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a gentleman's club and they do charity stuff, and that's it. Yeah,
pretty much. All of the, how can we say, media suspicion about them is it's all nonsense.
It's literally fat old blokes that get together, maybe sometimes raise some money
Wearing
for charity.
pinnies.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
they have meetings about local businesses. It's not that interesting.
Yeah, it's nothing sinister.
Can
But
you imagine me working at MI6, dear God.
God, might as well give the country to Putin now.
Yeah, I mean, thankfully for the nation, the chap involved
Yeah.
didn't leave, but he moved on to a different part of it, and the conversation never went further. But I was basically offered a job at MI6, doing steganography, and I'm like, I'll keep that as a claim to fame. I would have been rubbish because I'm too stupid.
Yeah, for the sake of the nation, it's such a good thing, isn't it? We dodged a bullet there, mate.
I mean, can you imagine me trying to do like decryption? I mean, it's fascinating, but I am, stupid. I'm rubbish at maths. I hate puzzles. I don't know why I thought it'd be a good match.
Just imagine you. What's this big red button do? Stomp.
That's the super colliding super thingy that shh. But he said, "Do you like puzzles?" No. How about codes? I'm rubbish with them. Okay. You'd be good at steganography. Wait, what?
Yeah, it's like, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, the two things that you need to know, and yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to see a lot of that up in London. All the really important people that went in that building all used to go in underground. It was like, yeah.
Yep. I just love the fact that, it's the super secret intelligence division of the government, and they've got this beautiful, really obvious building on the riverfront.
Yeah, it sticks out like a blind cobbler's thumb, mate, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's like, what's that? It's MI6, really?
Yeah.
And then you got GCHQ in that ginormous donut.
Yeah.
For super secret, they've not quite figured that bit out.
Yeah, but most of the stuff that is super secret is all underground, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure MI6 were actually denied even existing for quite a long time.
They did, yeah. It was a bit like the old telecom tower didn't have a postcode that was published because it technically wasn't there. It's like, this is a big, tall building. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like, yeah, don't know why they never used to give out the details, but it was just one of those. It's one of those quirky little things.
Probably to keep it secure and safe, I suppose. It probably had some government or military applications within it. I mean, it would make sense because at the time that was the only phone network in the UK, so of course it would have had
pretty much it was our infrastructure, wasn't it?
Yeah, so it would have had some governmental infrastructure in there, probably.
But it was just funny. Oh, you can't give out the address. It's like everyone could see it. It sticks up for miles. But yeah, technically it isn't there, but it's right in front of us. Yeah.
So that's the problem when you've only got one network, phone network.
Yeah.
It's vulnerable.
Whereas now, we have stuff around the coast that's all buried and under the ocean, mate. Underneath the ocean.
It's like now, who does the government use for their telephone networks?
Yeah.
Could be BT, could be any other number of the telecoms companies. Whoever gave them the cheapest tender, basically.
Yeah. Well, it's like all the tunnels, isn't it, that go under the smoke? There's a whole network under there, folks.
Whoever gave them a quote that was underneath the estimate. Underneath the estimate. There you go. See, we're on a roll now.
We're on a roll, mate. There's no stopping us now.
Every time something's underneath, it has to be sung. Because we are idiots, pretty much.
Because we really need to get out more, don't we?
No, it's rubbish out there. The graphics are terrible. I've been outside. It's not worth it.
Yeah.
Really is not worth
720 by 480, isn't it, out there?
640 by less. 240 by...
Excuse me.
I can't remember what it was. What was the original... what was it? CGA was 240 by 480, was it?
I think it was, it was,
240 by 480. I remember playing Quake in like 240 by something.
Yeah.
I mean, 640 by 480 is 480. So
yeah.
I'm kind of off camera here all the time.
It was 240p, wasn't it? Because it doubled, didn't it?
Yeah, 240 by something or other.
Yeah, that involves complicated maths. Paul D. Tommaso's in says, good morning, folks. Good morning, Paul. Love to you
Welcome,
and Don,
Paul.
mate. Hope you're both doing all right.
Welcome, welcome. Willkommen auf dem Stream und gefahren. Ja, das ist richtig.
Yeah.
Do you remember when you were playing games like on your computer in the 90s, and it was amazing when you got a game at 640 by 480? It was amazing advancement. You were like, wow, this is the future, playing Dark Forces in 480. 640 by 480.
I know.
And it's funny to think, right? Because you think of like modern day graphics in 4K and all that stuff. Game, because I'm a console gamer, so I'm on Xbox, and it's funny to think. You think we're so advanced, but you look at things like the Xbox 360 and their PS3, and they were only 720p consoles.
Really? That surprises me. I thought they was more than that.
The generation at the time, I mean, they could do more than that, but they were like in the same way now that, say, a PS5 or a Series X is a 4K console.
Yeah.
Typically, the 360 and PS3 were just 720 consoles. All the consoles before were 480 consoles.
Yeah.
But the typical resolution of the games you'll play will be 720p, not 1080p. Although the games would go that high.
Yeah.
It's like if you look at the original Xbox from 2001, it can output 1080p.
Right.
If you get the American HD pack, but you had to buy a special adapter.
Mm-hmm.
And there was only one game that did a 1080p.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
This goes to show you, though, doesn't it, how much the technology's changed. It really does. Yeah. Surprising.
But I remember playing Quake in like 640. Oh, I don't remember now. It was the one below 640, 320 by something or other.
Yeah.
It's been so long since I've actually seen those resolutions that I've forgotten what they are. But then when we got a new computer, and it was like, whoa, I can play in 640 by 480. That's like television.
Televisual.
I remember seeing my friend play Quake 2 and thinking, my God, it's photorealistic. I mean, that's so adorable. Go and look at Quake 2 now. It's not photorealistic.
Yeah.
But it had like a very simple lighting engine and stuff. Oh, how far we've come. How far we have come. I love video games.
I can remember when I first had a hard drive that was a gigabyte. It was like unbelievable. It was like, wow.
I've got a couple of hard drives on the shelf, and I think they're 250 meg.
Yeah.
That's how old they are.
Oh, yes. It's
underneath a gigabyte. Underneath a
gigabyte.
We're just milking this now, aren't we?
We are, mate. We're flogging that dead horse, aren't we, really?
The dead horse is flogged. Switch all deflectors to front deflector screens. Switch all power to front.
That, and that.
I said I was going to get everything off the sprue and clean it up before I glued stuff together, but I glued stuff together.
What are you like?
I'm a spoon is what I'm like. What am me? Me a spoon. I'm the best.
Right, so we got L6, L7. Yeah. Okay. Our powers of deduction then. With the right hand side. Oh. Has he gone? He's disappeared, hasn't he? Let's go back into slots and see where he is. He's disappeared. So I'll keep going on my own for a bit. See if he comes back. Yeah, so he's disappeared again, folks. So it might just be a technical issue he's in. So I'll keep going on my lonesome for a minute and see how we do. See what happens. He might be able to get back in. Cut that off of there. Other than that, Paul D. Tabazzo says he's flown the coop. Yeah, he has issues where his connection drops out. So it could well be that the cursor's struck again. So we'll see. But every time it happens, I have to end the stream and put in a new stream key and re-email eModels. So it's not just a quick case of start and stop. So let's have a look, see whether he's back up there yet. No, he ain't. So I'm going to generate a new link for Fox and see whether or not I can bring him in that way. Perils of technology. Let's do that. So I'm going to paste in a new link and see whether he can come in doing that. Because otherwise I have to keep ending the stream and putting in new stream keys, and it's a pain in the backside. So let's see whether that works and whether we can get him back that way. Just waiting to see whether he can get in that way. So let's stop everything I'm doing. See whether we can get him back in. Sorry about this, folks. Nothing I can do. Just wait to see if he can rejoin. Anyway, I've got to carry on going for a bit. See what we can do, but carry on putting that in there. If you're watching out there, Fox, I've sent you a new link. See if we can get it back in. Otherwise, I'm going to have to kill the stream. Yeah, he's sending me screenshots. Yeah, I know, mate. Well, I'm still. If you go into YouTube, Fox, you'll see that I'm still streaming out, mate. So, yeah, not sure what's going on there. The only other way is I'm going to have to end the stream and start again. But if we're going to have the same issues as last week, it's not going to solve anything. Much to my frustration, but yeah, I know, Fox. Tell you what, I'm going to end the stream and be done with it, folks. Apologies yet again. I could just only see the resolution is to start a new stream because we're backwards and forwards. So I'm going to love and leave you yet again. I do apologise, folks.